So yes, now we need to fix this. So yes, now we need to fix this. Let's look at what we need to do. So we need to add a spell UI in the main menu, so it's already created right here. So where is this going to be? Let's check it out. UI main menu base. Let's create a folder for this. It's called this way. Widget user interface, widget blueprint, like this. So UI main menu spell. Let's call it this way. In this panel, as usual, that we're in here. So how are we going to do this? Well, first check out how I did the previous ones. So it's in UI. I just want to check something. The character selection. Where is it? Right here. So let's see. Okay, so I just set it up this way. So I'll basically do the same thing. What is this? Okay, I'm quite sure it's a horizontal box or something like that. A vertical box like this. Okay, so let's anchor it to the left side, like this. Yeah, this looks good. And now we're going to add buttons in there. One button for each spell. We're going to add, how many spells do we have actually? We have You have 7 spells for now. Let's add 7 buttons. So let's go. 1, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, 6. Okay, we're at 7. Let's name all of them. So this is going to be button. How did I name them actually? Okay, let's name them like this. Okay, so this is button Glacier Bolt. So button Glacier Bolt. The next one, it's going to be button fire. Actually, this is Grip Breaker. So right here, search button Grip Breaker. Like this. Next one is going to be button Breaker. Yeah, I don't think I named it yet. So let's just name it Breaker for now. Actually, it's called Shield Breaker. That's actually what the spell does. So Shield Breaker. Next one is going to be Fire Dance. So button Fire Dance. Like this. After this, button Void Blast. Void Blast. Then we have button Poison. Button Poison. And finally we have button Killer for the Killer spell. Okay. Next, what can we do? Now we need to add a text in each button, because now the buttons is blank, if we want a text on it. That's what we're going to do right now. Let's add a text in each one. In each button, I mean. Like this. Sure, you can stop the game now, we don't need to stay in the game and use performance. So now for each one, I need to actually rename them. So this is going to be the wrong one. It's right here. This is going to be Glacier Bolt for the text. But I can't type. This is going to be Grip Breaker. Grip Breaker. The next one is going to be Shield Breaker. Then it's going to be Fire Dance. Fire Dance. Fire. Wait, it bugged. Let's do this again. Remove this text and add a new one. So this is going to be Fire Dance. Here, Void Blast. The Poison spell. And finally the Killer spell. Okay, we have our buttons then. So actually I want to space them out. So if I put fill, actually select all the buttons. Click on fill. Perfect. So now we have all our 7 spells right here. Now it's going to be time to now I want that every single time we click on a button, a certain text appears here. So to do this, we are going to create. How did I do this actually? Wait. So let's see, how do I do this? How did I do it the previous times actually? I have the main menu basis here. And say the character selection right here. Oh, okay, I see. So actually I need to create a new widget for every single spell. So that's actually what we're going to do now. So let's call it. Can we create child blueprints? No, we can't. Okay, let's go here. And we're going to create a widget blueprint. And I'll call it UI spell. Let's do the first one. So it's going to be Glacier Bolt. Like this. Let's add a canvas panel. And now in here, what are we going to do? To the left side here is going to be occupied by this. So now I'm going to fill up the right side. So first, for now, you can add a text right here. text which will take up this space. It will be a description of the spell itself. It's put it in the center. I'm gonna call it text spell description, like this. Actually, spell. Why didn't it not work? Text spell description. Okay, it doesn't want to go capital, whatever, it doesn't matter. So I'll just put some text for now. So this spell is a which one? It's Glacier Bolt is a freezing spell. It stops the opponent. So I'll just put this for now. I'll modify it later, like this. Then we want to add an upgrade button. So what I want to do is that every single spell can get upgraded. But actually, first, before taking care of the upgrades, I'll just check something. Yeah, I'll first create the UI for... Actually, you know what, okay. I'll add the upgrade button right now. But before adding an upgrade button, I need to add a player... I need to add different levels to the spell. So, let's go in... I think I already added in projectiles. Let's check here. I'm quite sure I already have a level spell. Level? No. Oh, upgrade. I think that's how I called it. Yeah, I've got an upgrade number spell. I mean variable, sorry. So that's perfect. That's what I'm going to use now. And I've also got a max upgrade. So this is what I'm going to modify now. Whenever over here I upgrade a spell, I'm going to increase by 1 the max upgrade of this specific spell. So that's what I'm going to do now. Alright, then let's add a button to start with. Button right here. So we're going to anchor it in the center. So this button, we're going to call it button upgrade spell, like this. And we're going to anchor it to the center too. Let's say over here. Also going to add a text on the left side of the button. Of course, I'll make all this look nicer in the future. This is just for testing purposes. Okay, text right here. It's anchored also in the middle, right here. And the text is going to be like upgrade to level, and I'm going to add the number after, which is going to be the next level. So of course, by default, all the spell levels are going to be equal to 1. I was just thinking about something. Actually, I think, like instead of making one specific UI for every single spell, I think I'm just going to use my main thing here and just change the text for each spell. That will probably be better. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So, let's add a spell in the canvas panel. Anchor to the right. Actually, I think right's better than anchoring it to the left. This is going to be called, let's make it a variable, text, Glacier Bolt description, this way. So now we have this text here, and it's just going to be visible whenever we click on this button here. So that means that by default, its visibility is going to be set to hidden. To hidden, like this. And when you click on the Glacier Bolt button, so on clicked, I'm going to get my text here, and I'm going to put set visibility. And we're going to set it to visible, like this. So that's fixed. let's go back over here. So you have Glacier Bolt. So now we have the description, and now we're going to add the upgrade button. So let's search button. It didn't work. Okay, let's add the button here. Anchor it also to the right. Like this. Let's add the button right here. Let's make it slightly bigger. And we're gonna call it. It's already variable. Perfect. We're gonna call it button upgrade spell. Like this. Put under the text, and we're also gonna add a text in front of the button, which is going to be, let's make it a variable too. Actually, no, yeah, let's keep it a variable just in case. It's gonna be text upgrade spell. Text that is going to be also anchored to the right, and it's gonna come here. So this text here, we're actually going to create a binding, because we want for it to be upgraded to, and then add a number which is going to be the next level of the spell. So we are going to create a binding. Since you want to add a text and also add a certain variable, you need to convert this this text variable to a string. It's easier to work with strings than with texts, because that way now you can use and append. And you can add on the first side, it can be upgrade spell to level, and then now we add a space, and now we need the actual level of the next spell. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a variable, because we're going to stock this value in a variable. So it's going to be current spell level. It's going to be easier this way, and I'm going to put it as an int since it's an entire value. And we're going to get this and do +1 since you want to upgrade to the level above it. +1, then it's going to automatically convert to a text, to a string, sorry, like this. So now this is working well. Except that we don't actually have anything in this current spell level yet. So how we are going to do this? So everything that's going to be spell level wise, it's going to be stocked in the game instance, because that's something that gets stocked in between. And when we change player maps, the game instance will not be reset, so you can stock everything there, and that's also where I have all the code for my game saving logic. So that's where I want to save my my spell levels. So I'm going to get a reference to my game instance, get game instance, and I'm going to cast it to GI main. That's the name of my game instance class. And I'm going to stock the reference to this game instance in a variable, so ref GI, like this. So now I have everything stocked in a variable. So now I actually need to do some code in my game instance. So let's open the game instance. So blueprint GI main over here. So as you can see, this is where I save my player XP and the player level. So now I actually want to do the same thing, but with spells. That's what we are going to do. So I need to create a variable in which I'm going to stock every single level and XP of each spell. So instead of making one variable for each spell, because that's going to make quite a lot of spells at the end of the day, I'm going to make one variable and make it a struct. So let's do this. Let's create a variable and call it spell XP, and make it a string, because I've got a name for each spell. And I'm going to convert this into an actually, can I do an array? Wait. No. Let's make a map like this. Okay, I've got every single spell name, and I've got a and I've got a integer in which I'll put the clear level. This is what we're going to do. So let's get the spell XP. No, actually, let's create a function. So it's going to be save spell XP. It's called this way. And I want to know the name of the spell. So in clear XP, I've just got the float value. But now I also want to know which spell I'm using. So over here I'm going to get two inputs, therefore. One that's going to be the spell name, which is a string. The other one is going to be the spell XP. It's going to be a float to add, like this. So now we can get the variable we created, the spell XP. So we are going to set a value. No, actually, so in the spell XP, it's a map. So there's what we call keys and values. The keys is going to be the string, which is the name of every single spell, and the value is going to be the integer, which is the going to be the level of each spell. Actually, now that I think about it, it's not an integer I need, it's a float we need. So I'm going to convert the values from integers to floats. Let's do this quickly. Okay, so now I want to change the value of the. I don't want to change the keys because the keys is the name of the spells. I want to change the value. So I'm going to do get values. If my computer wants to do it, values. Here we go. And over here we're going to set the value. So we're going to first we need to in the list of all the values we need to find the value that corresponds to the spell. So we're going to do a find item. Actually, no. What do I need to do? I need to do so how do we do this? Set array lm. Okay, you can do it this way, but I think there was a better way to do this, if I remember correctly. Okay, I guess you can do it this way. So over here we're gonna set a value in this, but I first need to know which value I'm going to change. So I'm going to we're going to get the keys. I'll first do it and then I'll explain. So you get the keys. I'm going to find the spell name and the position in which the spell is in the list. I'm going to put it in here. We can do it this way. And the item is going to be the current level plus this. So the current level is going to be so it's going to be so now we're going to get a copy of the keys in this position. So it's going to be this. Actually, no, it's going to be, we need to get from here actually. Sorry, from this position. I'm going to add this XP to add to the current XP of the spell. Like this. Okay, I think this is good. It was kind of hard to explain, so I hope everything is clear. Save clear XP. Okay, I know I actually also have to do the saving part. So we actually need to create the same variable in our save game class. So let's go to it. Our save game class, which is located, where is it located? Let's search it, it'll be easier. Go BP save game. So I'm going to create the same variable. So the variable I want to create, it's how did I call it actually? I called it as spell XP. So let's do this here too. So spell XP, which is a string in a map format with a float on the other side, like this. So now back over here in our game instance, we can get a reference. So let's just copy what you did the previous time. Let's get all this stuff here. right like this, and actually, how did we do this? Actually, yeah, we first need to do something else. Whenever we change the XP of our level, of our spell, we first need to check if we need to increase its level or not. So actually, we are going to create a function for that first. So it's going to be increase spell level. So now we're kind of copy pasting what we did the previous time. So, but let's just copy paste everything that's over here, and we're going to update it for the spells. So we're going to get the spell name, which is a string, and also get the, actually no, we don't need to get it. So yeah, we also need the spell XP. Okay, so we're gonna get the spell name, the spell XP, and we are going to work with this spell XP, which of course is a float. So now with this, what we're going to do is that we're going to first check if we need to increase the level, and that brings me also need to create a new variable, because now we have the spell XP variable, but we don't have the spell level variable. So we're also going to create that variable. Spell level is the same thing, except that we're going to add an integer here instead of a float, because the levels are always in round numbers. And for the spell level, we're going to get the values like this, and we're going to find we're back to the same problem as last time. Okay, let's just do it this way then. So we get keys like this. We're going to find this item and add this in here, and now we have our player level like this. Okay, so if this is above, it's not above 0, it's what's it supposed to be? Oh, I'm stupid. This is not supposed to go here. This is supposed to be 5,000, and this is supposed to go here like this. Now this is actually good. So once we have checked if the player level needs to be increased, or we need to increase it in this situation. So let's remove the player level, we don't need it. Also in the return node, you can change the return node to spell level, not to player level. So player level like this. So if we need to change it, we are going to get our spell level. So spell level, and we're going to get the values, and we're going to set a value. So set an array lm. It's going to be the same index that we got here, because this is the same spell, and the new item is going to be note, the index is not going to be this. The index is going to be here. This is the index at which the spell is located, and the new value is going to be spell level plus 1, like this. So we're going to change this variable like this, and then we are going to return. Then we are going to return. Actually, I can't put this anymore because it's going to be the wrong value. So I'll need to code this like this. I'm quite sure this will work. So and if we return false, nothing happens. We'll just return the same level, I guess. Actually no, because this is kind of a weird way of doing this. We're just going to create a local variable. That way we don't take any risks. We're going to promote this to a local variable. It's going to be the spell level. Well, just because it will be neater this way. So that way over here in the item, we can get our local variable that I did not name for some reason. It's going to be spell level. Oh, because it's already taken. No. Okay, yeah. It's going to be current spell level. I'm going to get over here current spell level plus 1. Same value that we're going to put here. And if it goes false, we're just going to put the current spell level like this. So then in a previous function that we were working on, once we save the player XP, which I haven't done yet actually, player XP. Yeah, okay, I need to it's this first. So over here we created the value spell XP in our save game class. So player spell XP, we need to set it to the current spell XP. Get spell XP like this. Like this. So now we saved it, and then we change the variable in the save game class, and then the save game to start. That way the game saved for next time we launch the game. And then now this is when I want to check with our function that we just created if you want to also increase the spell level. So the spell name, you can get it from our function. So you can just go and search get spell name like this. And the spell XP is going to be this here. So we get the spell XP. It's this because this is the current spell. I mean, it's the XP to add plus the current spell XP. So do this. So now if you actually want to increase the spell level, now we don't have a function yet where we actually increase the spell level. We had one right here for increase the player level, but we don't have one yet for the. Actually, no, we do. Actually, yes, we do, but we don't have a save player level. Here, that's what I wanted to say. We don't have a save player level. I meant player XP. So we need to create a new function. It's going to be save spell XP. Save spell level. I'm kind of lost today. Save spell level. So what you're going to do, so already same thing as here, we're going to get the spell level, and we're going to find, we're already going to get the keys, and we're going to find a spell. The spell, so this is going to be the spell name. And we're also going to add in the inputs the new spell level. That way we have less research to do in here. Then so once you found this, you can get the spell level, get the values, and set a member, set an array element. And this index is going to be the spell level, like this. Perfect. And once that's done, we actually now need to save it. So you can get right click over here. We're just going to copy paste what's over here. Come back here, paste it, and we're going to change. Actually, in our BP save game class, we also need to create a variable for our spell level. Let's search spell level. Oh, thanks for the live, 30 centimeter. Nice name. So spell level like this, and we're going to add an integer here instead of a float. Like this. So now when you go back to our game instance, well, sorry, I opened another tab not purposely. So over here in our game instance, then we can set our spell level like this, and we get our current spell level variable that we are using in our game instance like this. So this is all we need to do in our save player level. So now in our save spell XP, if we need to increase the spell level, we are going to call this function, which is the save spell level, the spell name that we have here, and the spell level is going to be right here. This is if it's true. If it's false, we actually don't need to do anything. So we finished all this. Okay, so we finished everything in the game instance related to increasing spell XP. So let's go back to our UI. So in our UI for our spells, what we wanted to do is show here the next level for our spell, which is why we created a binding here with a variable that we called current spell level. So the current spell level, we are going to get it in ref.gi. We're going to create a new variable, which is going to be current spell name, called a string. Make it a string. So every single time that we click on the button, so what's going to happen? Let's create a function because I don't want to do the same thing for every single button. It's going to be quite annoying. So let's go spell clicked, and we're going to get as an input. We're going to get the spell name as a string. So whenever a spell is clicked, we are going to set the current spell name to the spell that was clicked, and then we are going to get in our ref.gi, which is our game instance, we are going to get the spell level. The spell level variable that we created in there, and we are going to get same thing. We get the keys, in which we are going to find this. In which we are going to find the spell. So then we also get the values like this, and in the values we are going to find wait, I just realized I did the big mistake. I'm stupid. I did a big mistake and I did it everywhere. We're not supposed to use find here, we're supposed to use get a copy like this. Since the beginning I've been using the wrong function. Anyway, let's finish this here, then I'll have to modify it back in the game instance. Anyway, so this here is going to be the current spell level. So every single time we click on one of these spell buttons, we are going to run this function to update all our variables. So over here on click the button glacier bolt, we're going to run this function, and the spell name is going to be, this is the spell name I use for glacier bolt, like this. So now I need to go back to the game instance and fix everything. Actually no, I used the get here. I thought I hadn't. Yeah, over here I used find. It's supposed to be get a copy. Like this. And this is going to go here, I guess. Why did I use get a reference? Wait, copy. I want this, not a reference. Like this. Over here I use set array item. Over here, yeah, okay, I think everything's good. Over here I use get, so it's fine. Okay, so now normally I actually need to create in the game instance. I created these variables for like the spell level and spell XP, but they're empty. I need to create some map elements, one for each spell. So I got 7 spells. Okay, so I've got some tag names for every single spell, so I'll just put those. And the default player XP spell XP is 0, of course. Like this. And we have I actually forgot the names of my other spell names, so I need to go find them. If I remember correctly, they are all stuck in my player controller, so let's go there. I'm quite sure I have a variable with all of my spell names in here. Spells, yeah, right, like here for example. So breaker, that's how I called it. Okay, poison and killer. Okay, so poison and killer, like this. And then I need to do the same thing for the spell level, except that this time the default spell level is not 0, it's 1. So I need to make sure not to forget that. This. I said breaker, poison, and killer. Okay. So now in my UI over here, actually no, I wanted to do it like set up the button for every single spell over here, like do it for every single spell, but I'm not really in the mood to do that now. I'm first going to test if everything's working fine with one spell, and then I'll do for each one. I'll check in my notes. So yeah. So when the amount of XP. Wait, actually, how am I going to do this? Because I want to upgrade the spell once a certain spell reaches a certain amount of XP. So how are we going to do this? Because it's actually, because I don't want for it to upgrade automatically. So once wait a second. What does finance? Yeah, this actually is not an easy one. So when person clicks here, we got the amount of XP. So I need to for each spell set up how much XP the player needs for each level. So yeah, so let's do it this way. Let's say that for every single level, the player needs to earn an extra 1000 XP. Let's say he needs to earn 1000 XP to pass to level 2, then he needs 2000 XP to pass to level 3. But every single time the amount of XP for his spell goes back to 0 once he upgrades. It will be easier to spell if the player XP goes back to 0. So let's select the upgrade button, upgrade spell, and do the unclicked. It's not here. Let's go here. Select the upgrade button. So unclicked. So now we have some coding to do. First, we need to check if the player can actually upgrade the spell. So we need to check if the amount of XP of the selected spell is above the amount it needs to be upgraded. So for that, we're going to create a function called can upgrade grade spell. And add as an input, we're going to put the spell name like this. Okay, so when you get the spell name, we need actually we don't need the spell name because we have two variables with the current spell name and the current spell level, so I don't actually need to add this as an input. We can remove it. Also I've got stocked as a variable the current spell level and the current spell name, but now that I think about it, I also want to know the current spell XP. So I'm also going to add this, make it a float. So in the function we created for the which that gets called whenever a new spell gets clicked, we're also going to look for the spell XP. So in a reference to our game instance, we are also going to get so the spell XP, like this, get spell XP and get values, and we are going to get a copy of the value in this position, in this position right over here, and we are going to set this value to the current spell XP. That way I don't need to check it manually each time. So let's go back to if you can upgrade the spell. So I'm sure there's a mathematical way to do this, but I'm just going to do it a longer and easier way. We're just going to do a switch on the current player spell level. I think I'm just going to make 5 spell levels. It's quite enough actually. So it starts level 1, of course. So if spell level is number 1, actually no, I can do it this way. So we get current spell XP. So to pass from level 1 to level 2, I can just divide this with the current spell level. So let's say he's level 2 and he wants to pass level 3. That means he will need 2000 XP. And so 2 divided by 2, 2000 divided by 2, that makes 1000. So at any time, this value needs to be above or equal to 1000. My calculations are correct. So if this is true, that means the player can upgrade the spell. So we can get our game instance and call the I just thought of something. Actually, in our game instance, when you have set up for it to check if it can increase the spell level, so it will always do it automatically. Well, whenever the spell XP goes above a certain amount, automatically it's going to upgrade it. Except that we don't actually want that. We want the player to upgrade this spell on his own, so we are going to remove this. We're actually not going to use this, and we are going to call this save spell level only. Actually, we're going to call this increase spell level. Yeah, okay, so let's go back to our UI. If it's true that we can upgrade the spell level, we are going to call the function increase spell level, like this. The spell name, we know it's in this variable. And the spell XP, yeah, you know what, we are going to modify the function. We don't actually need the spell XP. Actually, this is quite messy. Forget this function. We're not going to use the increase spell level. We're just going to use the save spell level. And the save spell level, save spell level. So it's going to be like this, yes. Yeah, so we're just going to use the save spell level. So let's get our game instance. So save spell level. This. So the spell name is going to be what's over here, and the spell level is going to be the current spell level, but +1. We're going to add 1 to this, like this. And once we save the spell level, we are going to subtract the amount of XP that it costs the player to upgrade from his current spell XP. So we're going to already we need to change this value here. The current spell level, we need to set it to +1, like this. You can already do this like this. And the spell XP, we are going to subtract it of the if it passes from level 1 to level 2, you need to subtract it of 1000. So actually, let's subtract this before adding 1 to this current spell level, like this. So we're going to subtract the current spell level times 8000, like this. Like this. Okay, yeah, it's kind of messy, but let's do it this way. Perfect. So I think this is, and actually after saving the spell level, we also need to save the spell XP, since we modified the spell XP here. So same spell name and spell XP to add. So over here we need to put this times -1. So since we are going to subtract the current XP of the spell by this much, like this. Okay, I hope I did not do any mistakes, because this was quite messy. I wasn't that organized. I was not very well organized on this. So hopefully everything is going to work correctly. Okay, let's add this UI to our main menu. That way we'll see if it works. So let's open our main menu base. Over here we are going to add a new button in the horizontal box. Then we're going to put over here and call it button spell list, like this. And we're going to add a text on it called spells, like this. We're going to put fill, that way it stays equal. Oh, I added padding on the others. Added 10 over here. Okay, let's do the same thing then. 10 on the right. Okay. I thought I modified the text. I guess not. Like this. Okay. And when the player clicks on this button, oh, I actually have lots of code for all this. Actually, it's been a long time since I modified all this, but I have a game mode for the main menu. I didn't know. I'll just check it out to make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, main menu. I actually have a game mode. I didn't know. So what do I have in here? I'm not actually using any of this. Yeah, this isn't very useful. Oh, actually, in the variable setup, I think I create. Yeah, I create every single UI. So I need to create a new widget here. Create widget. Call it. So this is the new UI I created. So it's the UI spell. How did I call it? A UI main menu spell. Okay, UI main menu spell. like this, and we are going to add it to a variable, ref UI main, it's called spell, like this. Okay, perfect. So now when I go to my UI, okay, so I need to actually do this for each one. I see. Let's make some space. I get our ref UI main menu UI, how did I call it? Like this, okay. And we're going to also add this to the remove list. So, because every single time we click on one of these buttons, we need to remove all the other UIs and only add this UI. So this is what you're going to do. Wrong button, remove from parent. Actually, why do I have remove from parent and others I have what is this actually? Remove. Anyway, let's go remove from parents. I'll try to figure this out later. Same over here. We remove from parents. Actually, I think this is why, because I have a bug in the main menu where sometimes it stops working. This might be why. This is supposed to be removed from parents. But I'll check it later. Okay, all this is good. And now, whenever I click this, so we are first going to check over here, let's get our reference. This is just copy paste what you did the previous times. Is visible. Branch. I mean, I'm calling this function, but I'm quite sure I'm not using it, so I mean, I'll still put it just in case. And the UI name, okay, let's call it spells. So now this I'm going to remove from parents. Remove from parents, this one too. But then for some reason I'm using remove for this one. So I mean, I'll do the same thing again, but I'm not really sure of that move. And how do I even... Yeah, this seems weird to me, but anyway. Ah, okay, I see. Actually, it's fine. Okay, I see. It's normal. And then whenever we click on the spells, we're going to add it to viewport. And set the current shown UI to spells. Let's just call it spells. Spells. Okay. Actually, we can test it out and see if it works or not. Let's go. Spells. Okay. It's working quite well. Actually, I don't... Yeah, I mean, for now it doesn't really matter, but I don't think I want to show the character while I'm going through the spells. It's not that smart. But I'll take care of that another time. As of right now, at least this is working. Actually, I forgot to check. So what's this? So there's written spell 1. That's good. That means it's working. The button is not placed well, so we are going to change that. Put more to the right. Where is its anchor actually? It's on the right side. Okay. Spells. Okay. If I press it, what happens? Nothing, because I don't have any. So I actually need to show how much XP I have. I have on the spell. Or actually, better show how much XP is remaining for me to upgrade the spell. So let's add that now. Right here. Let's add another text. Here, let's put the anchors to the right. Anchors to the right, like this. We can put it over here actually. And we're going to bind this. Create binding. Okay. Let's make it as usual toString, that way I can use the append function that I really like. So XP left to upgrade. Let's put this for now. And now, okay. So we need to get the current spell XP. We will need this and the current spell level. So with the current spell level, we can know how much XP we need to upgrade. So if it's level, every single time we need to multiply by 1000. And this is and then we obtain the amount of XP the player needs to upgrade the spell. So we just need to basically do this minus the current spell XP. And normally that should be fine. That way, we will have the amount of XP left to upgrade. And if my calculations are correct, when I launch the game, there should be written that there's 1000 XP left. So let's check spells. If I select a spell, here we go, upgrade spell to level 2, XP left to upgrade 1000. So I need to obtain 1000 XP with this spell to be able to upgrade it. So actually this is all good. Now, next problem is that I haven't coded anything for the player to even gain any XP. So now I need to add ways for the player to gain XP. So I already added ways for the player to gain XP. But I now need to add ways for the player to gain the spell XP. Let's just do what we did last time actually. Whenever the player kills someone, the spell he used will gain, he will gain XP on the spell he used. That's what you're going to do. Where was that actually? That was in the player controller. I think the function was called killed character. Yes, that's what it was called. Killed character, except that we don't know which spell the player used to kill him. Let's see if we can find out which spell used. This function, when it's called from the character. It's called from here, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, killed character. We still don't know which spell he used. Let's go back here. In the event graph. I meant in the magic graph. So modify health, there isn't written which spell. But I'm quite sure in the hit spell. Is this for the modify? Yeah. Over here we have this spell name. Which means that through all of this we need to be able to transfer the spell name. So let's actually just do it that way. In modify health we're going to add an input. Which is going to be spell name. And we are going to make it a string. Take a string. Oh, this class is very big, so it takes quite a long time to compile. Let's compile this. And so now over here, we can add the spell name over here. In here. Perfect. I'll just make sure everything is good. Okay. But now also in the killed character function, I also need to add the spell name over here. So let's add the spell name. Like this. Let's make it a string. So that way in a character, so when a player is hit, it will pass through here with the spell name. It's going to come here. The spell name, actually I just remembered, I also need to add it in here, in the death function. I also need to add the spell name input. Yeah, the code is passing through like at least 5 functions before getting to where it needs to get. So the spell name over here, we can connect it to the spell name we created over here. And over here, the spell name, we are going to connect it over here. And while we're at it, you can just add it here too. Like this. Perfect. That was actually not that complicated, because now the player controller, whenever we call this function, we also know which spell was used to kill the character. So now what we can do, it's we can call in our GI main, we can call the save spell, you can call the save spell XP function and add the spell XP to add. So for example, when a player kills a character, you can say that with a certain spell, he will win, say, 20 XP. So let's actually do this. Let's go back to the player controller. So this is where we add the points. So over here, let's do this before the day. We're going to get a reference to our game instance. I hope I have one. Yeah, I do. So save spell XP. We're going to add the spell name that we have here. And XP to add, I don't know. I'd say that we just add the 30 XP, I guess. Maybe a player needs 1000 XP to upgrade. Actually, no, maybe 50 is better, because 30 is quite low. And anyway, it doesn't matter. All this game balancing stuff, it's not important right now. So let's test this. Let's launch a game, I'll kill someone. And then we'll see when we go back to the main menu. Because now for Glacier Bolt is written 1000 XP. Let's just play a game. Like this. Yeah, let's just kill someone. Actually, I need to kill him with the freezing spell. I just thought of that now. How can I do this? Because the freezing spell actually does not do any damage. Yeah, I can't actually test this because the freezing spell doesn't do any damage. So I need to find another way to do this. And what happens if I click on another spell? Okay, just for testing purposes over here, whatever spell it is, we're just going to put Glacius. I mean, we're just going to put the freezing spell. It doesn't matter. Even if I use another spell, it's still going to put the freezing spell. Just for testing purposes, as we said. Let's try again. I kill a character, and normally when I go back and click on the freezing spell, there will be written that I need only 970 XP left. Sorry if the frame rate's bad. I'm streaming and coding on the same laptop, so it's quite complicated. Okay, so now if I leave and play the game again and go to spells, Glacier Bolt. Okay, it did not work. It did not work, and actually my XP over here on the top left did not increase either. How's that? Wait. Let's go back to our killed character. Killed character sequence, return false. Save spell XP. Wait, spell XP. Man, this is actually not easy. I don't see what the problem is. So let's go spell name. I did put the correct spell name, yes. Yeah, I did. Set so we get the current. Yeah, this is actually not that easy. And in the UI, current spell minus current spell XP. Current spell XP. This comes from refgi spell XP. Refgi spell XP. Find things. Spell is over here too. Spell XP. Let's see. I mean, this setting should not change anything, but I mean. Go to refgi. I want to test something. Okay, let's get the. Oh, I'm stupid because I'm actually when I'm starting the game, I'm not. Every single one of these variables, they're going to their default value. Actually, I need to set one. Yeah, they're going to their default value. I'm not actually loading the info that I saved in the previous game. So over here, before the start of every single, like whenever I start the game, I actually need to load the saved settings, dude. So over here, I need to get from my saved settings, I need to get the spell XP, and I can set it to here. And I also need to get this spell level and set that to like this. Okay, let's try playing the game again, and normally this time there should be, I have 970 XP remaining. Okay, now it's not even working anymore. Wait, let me kill someone. Okay, I killed him, so normally now I win some XP. Go back, play the game again. Let me see, why isn't it not even working anymore? New I, main menu spell. Spell clicked, refugee I. Dude, it's quite strange actually. I don't know why this is. Let's run some tests. Zero. Why zero? to this. Zero. Like if I change the default values, is it going to change too? If I put like 100 here, is it going to set back to that? No, it's still zero. Like I already hate this feeling. I know it's something very obvious that I'm missing, but I can't find it. Hate the feeling. Okay, let's just go through everything, I guess. So we go through this. Actually, if I go to my, if I go here. Oh, see, I knew it. Over here too, I need to create a line for every single variable. I'm stupid. Okay, so for every single spell, I need to create a map element. That was my mistake. It's breaker. Let's add our 5 spells. We need to do the same thing over here. So this. Then I've got poison and killer. Yeah, I need to set a default value of 1 for every single one of these values. Like this. Okay. Let's try again. Killing someone. And seeing if my XP is going to increase or not. Okay, killed him. So now let's play again. Spells. Okay, it's working again, but there's still only written 8,000 here for some reason. I don't know why it's. Okay. Yeah, okay, so this is not working. Great. Why is it not working? I'm sure it's something to do with the spell saving system. Ah, my computer is lagging. Come back. Okay, we're back. So ref peer settings. This is where you set the spell level. Yes, I'm trying to find a mistake over here. So let's check our functions. Save spell XP. Yeah. Oh, this looks correct. So I don't know why it's not working. here, save spell XP. Comes here. And then okay, let's do some debugging, I guess. Zero. Why zero? Put like 100 here. Is it going to show 100? Yeah, it is. Spell level. I am not really understanding why this is not working. I guess you can remove this. We don't really need this. I think it's got something to do with the maps. Right here. Okay, so actually there was written 0, so that is not normal that there's written 0 here. This value here. So now let's check this. So yeah, 0, so let's check what we have here. Yeah, so you can use this add block as well, I guess. You can use this, but I mean I don't see why it would, because over here we set array element. Let's already check if that's working correctly. Save spell XP. Let's check. Because I didn't see anything. Yeah, so there's written 50. But when I come here, it's not setting, so yeah, this is quite intriguing. So this is working. There's written 50 here. Spell XP. Let's try something. Let's put add. Let's get spell XP. Let's try something else and see if this will work. Spell name. Let's put this. Let's try this and see if this is going to work. It might. But for me, it's like it basically does the same thing. Just it's another way to do it. So I don't see why it would work this time. Oh, it actually worked this time. Okay. But why did they go down 100 though? If I play again. Wait. I'll make sure it's not a so now if I play again and kill him, it should show 850. But now if it works, I really don't understand why it worked this time and it did not work the previous time. Because I feel like I wrote the same piece of code twice, so let's see if I play again. Okay, but now it's going down 100 each time for some reason. Oh, I think I know why. Maybe I do. Wait. Yeah, I know why. Let's go back to over here. So this value, you know what, we're going to promote it to a local variable. Because actually it's adding 50. And then since it added 50 here and we're calling it over here again, it's adding 50 a second time. So we're going to call this new spell XP. Promote it to a local variable. And this is what we're going to put into here and into here. Whatever is over here, we do not actually need it, so you can just remove it. Like this. So now let's see. If I go on spells, it's 800, but if I play a game and kill someone and come back, it should be 750 then. Ah, shit, I was wrong. Okay, he's dead. Now if I leave and come back, 750, perfect. That's working fine now. Okay, just because I want to be neat, I'm going to round the number here because it's kind of bothering me. That's 150.0. Anyway, it's not that important. But I'll still do it. So that's in not here, right here. So this we're going to round to an integer, like this. That way it's neater. Okay. Now that this is done, actually this only works for one spell. So now we need to do the same thing, but for every single spell. So this is going to be quite repetitive and long, but has to be done. So already, one thing I want to change before forgetting is over here, I'm not going to put that spell, the freezing spell, I'm going to put this variable right here. Start with. And next, let's go to our UI over here. So whenever I click on these buttons, I want to change some stuff. So, already, where does this bring me? Okay, yeah, so I'm just going to kind of, yeah, and after this, I need to set up the upgrade spell button. Actuate. This is not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be here actually. This goes here and return. It's supposed to put a right. Supposed to put a boolean here. This is going to be true. This is going to be false. And over here we do a branch, and if it's true, what can't be copied? Ah, shit. Okay. Fucked up. Let's copy this. Put it here. Put this here. Then we add a return node. Upgrade. Through, like this. So over here, we can use this function, make a branch, and if it's true, we can upgrade like this. Perfect. Okay. So now back over here. Basically, we're basically going to copy paste this and with some modifications. So, let's go here, and one by one we'll go through every button. So on clicked. Clicked. Unclicked. 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 It's already done. And unclicked. Is that 7 buttons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's good. So, every single time we need to call this function, this spell clicked one, so it updates these variables, the current spell level, current spell name, and current spell XP. It needs to be updated every single time we click on a new spell. So every single time we are going to call this again. Like this. Too many spells. This was called Killer, if I'm not mistaken. I'll just confirm this. Spells. Killer, yeah. This is just called Poison. Called Breaker. This part, I'll need to do this at some point. It's going to be about the description box that talks about how the spell works and what it does, but I'll do that after. First, we're going to deal with all the XP and with the upgrade button. Yeah. So let's do, that's working well. Now we need to add this upgrade, like this spell XP. It's only getting given now if you do kills, but now I also want for if the player that does a long combo and the one that is spell used in the combo is I meant the last spell used in a combo is one of these spells. That spell will win some XP. That's what I want to do right now. So the combos, if I remember correctly, they were in the character. Add spell to combo. Right here. Actually no, it's in the player controller. So player controller, add spell to combo. Right here. This is where we dealt with the XP for the player, for the experience points, for the combo score. Now we are also going to add points for the spell. So this is only going to be done if the spell is 4 or 5 spell. Actually no, let's do if it's 3, 4, or 5 spells long. If it's 3, what are we going to do? We need to ref GI. Actually, I'm thinking, do we have this spell name? We have the combo. How can we? What's in here actually? What info do we have in here? What's a spell combo struct already? I kind of forgot. Spell combo struct. Oh, okay, I see. It's just it's spell classes. Perfect. So we need to get this. This is a reference, and we need to get what? Let's promote this to a local variable because it's quite far and quite messy. So let's promote this to a variable and call it current combo, like this. That way it's going to be less messy, and over here we can directly oh, I already did it. What's streak? Oh no, I'm supposed to do streak, not combo. I'm stupid. Actually, I can delete this. Let's delete all this. I need to use the current combo to streak to analyze. This is what I need to use. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Just need to check something. Let's see. So if the streak is of 3, what are we going to do? So we're going to get the current combo streak to analyze. Get a copy of the last spell in it. So if the streak is of 3, that means I need to put 2 here, so to start at 0, of course. And over here we have a reference to the, we just have an actor class. Let's see, do we have a function in there that lets us get the spell name? Right, name. No, it's not gonna work. So let's just go to the spell, into the to the spell class right here. So we have the spell name variable normally somewhere here. Spell name, yes. But do we have any way to get it in our interface? Get name, perfect. What interface is this in? It's in the BPI projectile. So that means I need to add this interface, this blueprint interface in here. Do I have it already? I don't. So let's add it. BPI projectile right here. That way now, from this, I can call the function get name. Oh no, wait. Get class attribute. how am I going to do this? I'm sure there's a way to do this. Because I've already done it in the past. Man, how did I do it last time? Let's just search get class attributes, because I remember you using this spell in the past. I mean this block in the past, but I forgot how I used it. So let's just check it out. If it wants to. Okay, I guess I never used it. This is not very convincing now. I remember using it, just not where. Anyway, if it doesn't want to, it doesn't want to. Okay, how can I get the default? Oh. I know what I need to do. Ah, that sucks, because that would mean I would need to cast this spell. The casting is quite performance. Like, I mean, performance-wise, I'm trying to avoid to use the cast function, but now I don't really have a choice. Unless I do show spell combo. Where does that come from? Show spell combo. Spell, like event add spell to combo. Where's that come from? Add spell to combo. Add spell to combo. Really is from here. Okay. Okay, so from here, I can also, since I'm in the, I can also add the spell name. So let's actually do that. So add spell to combo. That's in the BPI project file. So add spell to combo. No, it's not. It's in BPI character. So add spell to combo. Where is it? Here you go. We are going to add a third input, which is going to be the spell name. The last spell, of course, which is string. So back in the project tile, which is here, in the spell name, we are going to put the variable that we already created, which is called spell name, right here. Like this. So that way, add spell to combo. That brings us where? That brings us over here. And then so show spell combo. We are going to add another input, which is also going to be a spell name. Like this. So this we will connect here. This will get connected here. Perfect. So now we have the spell name. So over here we can get the spell name that we have as an input, and we can save. I'm also thinking, because over here, if I call the save spell XP function every single time the player does a combo, will be quite there might be performance issues since I'm passing through the save game to slot function quite often. I mean, as of right now, I guess you can do it, but you might have to change it in the future. But yeah, for now, then let's just keep it this way and see how it goes. So save. So we do this spell name, and let's say, okay, if it's a combo of 4, we add 30 XP. If it's a combo of 3, over here, spell name, target like over here, and we're going to only add 10. But if it's a combo of 5, we are going to add 60 points, because doing a combo of 5 is quite nearly impossible, so let's just put lots of points for it then. Wait, where does this go then? Oh, this goes here. Right here. Perfect. So yeah, let's try. Already now, if I go in spells, if I click on every single one, yeah, they're all saying 2, like level 2 and XP to upgrade is 1000, except Glacier Bolt, where it's level 2 and 750. But now let's try doing combos and killing people with other spells. And seeing this play like for 5 minutes and go back and see if things have improved or not. Let's go. Okay, first kill. Let's do some let's do several more kills so that and I can see what has changed. Okay, so I did 3 kills. So let's go back and see. So Glacier Bolt, we're still at 750. Grip Break. Okay, nothing changed. That is not good. Why would that be? Why would that be? So it didn't even count the points for the kills actually. So actually let's check. If I do a kill, I don't know why I'm having this much trouble today compared to other days. Okay. Check the combo to see if there's anything that's missing. Yeah. Then it must be here then. So clicked. No. Okay, I thought I had an idea, but actually I'm not sure. No. So what could the problem be? My brain is starting to fry. I haven't taken any pauses in 2 hours and it's getting tiring. Spell click. Okay, values, get. Let's check this. Is this working? Yeah, it seems to be working. Okay, everything's 0, I guess. Yeah, this is weird. But actually, over here, yeah, 10 points, 50 points. Over here, I think it worked. In GI, actually, I think what's happening is that this thing where I transfer this to this, in this connection, it doesn't work. It was not working earlier, and I feel like now it's not working either. Like I feel like I need to manually go through like every single value. Actually no, because it's actually, because I went through every value that's in here, so normally it should be fine actually. Wrong UI. Yeah, it is quite confusing. Not gonna lie. So here, create spell name, spell level, keys, find. Values, get, current spell level, choose spell speed. Let's test something, because I mean, I don't really know what else to test, so. Let's print every single value in here as a test, of course. Yeah, I mean, over here I can see in the top left there's written that there's a spell with 50 XP, another one with 10, and one with 250. But for some reason when I'm clicking on all of these, it's not appearing. And I don't know why. Spell clicked. mean, what? This is actually so confusing. I just saw, we just went through every single value and there are some. If I remove the roundings, I mean, it can't be this. I mean, I don't really know anymore what else it can be. I mean, what? Yeah, obviously it wasn't this, but that was obvious. Is this? I mean, the current spell level is working, I guess. Let's just test some stuff. Okay, this is not working. Let's try this. Okay, this is the 251. $1,000. Hey Chad, can I join you? I'm concept artist. I mean, I'm not looking for artists yet right now because I'm still very early in development. But I got your name. If one day I need one, I'll call you. And thanks for the file. It's very nice. Okay, so now it's working. Now there's written 990. And also, Chad, I am I'm a student. I'm working part-time on this. So I don't really have any financial means now for an artist. But I don't know. I'm going with the groove now and seeing how everything goes. Let's see. So that worked. Right, I don't understand. Okay, I'll check the link. Ark Station. Here, I dropped. Okay, well, for some reason I can't connect my Epic Games account. Wait, I'm trying. Okay, Chad. Well, I don't have time. Yeah, I'm creating my profile for Artista, and I'm gonna follow you because as of right now I don't need an artist, but for sure if I become serious with this project, one day I'll need one. Oh, it took you half an hour to set up an account. Yeah, I just tried Google and Epic Games and it failed. But now, yeah, I think I need to yeah, put name and all. Yeah, at the end of the live, I'll finish the accounts and I'll drop a file. Because yeah, one day I'll need an artist to when I become serious with the game. Because now I'm part-time student and working on the game in my free time whenever there is. Yeah. Thanks for the follow again. Nice. It helps me grow my channel. Yeah, it might take me more time to do it. Yeah, I mean, it's already been, it's been how long? It's been like 9 months now. Discord, actually, I'll add you right now. Discord is going to be easier, I think. Okay, I DM'd you on Discord. Yeah, Chad, found you on Discord. It's nice. You feel like we've talked to each other before? When was that then? In Unreal server? Oh, I don't know if it was me. If it was on Discord, I'm almost never on Discord, so I don't think it was me. Anyway, yeah, I'll DM you if I ever need an artist. Cause yeah, everything that's artist related, that's really I'm really bad at it, so. I can't figure this out here. Drawings for free? Well, thank you. I'll think about it. I'll think about it and I'll get back to you. Again, as of right now, I've really not thought about the artistic end of the project yet. I've been mostly focused in the coding part. It's true that at some point I'll need to think about it. So. Okay, I think I just found a mistake. I think I did a mistake over here because for some buttons it's not working. So yeah, I forgot a button. I think. Wait, should I take the poison? Oh, I'm stupid. It was at the bottom of my screen. Yeah, so now there's 990. But I can't find the one because there was one where it was minus 50, so. Wait. Let's check the spell names over here. In the player controller, so I did everything right. I can't find it. Spell XP to add. I feel like I just did a mistake in the spell name, but I can't figure out where. I can't figure out where I did that mistake. Okay, break. Poison, KEYGEAK, okay, I'll kill someone with a fire spell and see if my XP goes down. Yeah, streaming and playing on the same computer is really noisy. And my game crashed. It's great. So cool. Sorry guys for the black screen. Yeah, not cool, not cool, I know. Yeah, sorry, we need to wait a few minutes for me to launch the game again. Okay, we're at 95%. Okay, normally we are back. You guys should be able to see the screen again. I don't know why the game crashed though. Probably I have too many things open at the same time. It's probably that. Okay, well, what were we doing already? Yeah, we wanted to... Everything's still okay here. Yeah, I wanted to kill someone with a fire spell to see how to see if the XP would go up. Dude. Okay, so now normally if I leave, I must have won. I think it was 30 points for the for the kill with the fire spell. It actually worked. Okay, well, I think everything is working quite well now. I think something seems off to me, but I mean, if there is, I'll figure it out at some point. But yeah, so these were the tests I planned for this live. This add the UI in main menu. You can say that it's done. Add a level for each spell. It's not finished yet because I haven't added the spell upgrades. Yeah, that's done. Declare XP for the combos. And these two things are not done yet. I'll do that on my next live, next time I go live. Probably this weekend. Anyway, I'm gonna get off now, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the live. And see you this weekend then, guys.